Does it feel like it
It's
takes
5:29 yet. It's getting closer. Tick, 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 tick.
What were we doing, Pizza Ranch for?
Whoa, whoa, I didn't intend to have that on.
Oh, no, that's your shirt.
All right.
Yeah, I don't usually wear this.
We're going to call the meeting to order. Is there someone that wants to read the district's mission statement?
I'll read it. Our district will empower learning, energize achievement, enhance community excellence without excuse.
All right, thank you, Laura. All right, do we have any additional items for the agenda? No? All right, do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
That is Tim Elke. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
That is Laura. Is there any discussion?
I just have a question. Was that this month? Or did you put that on? I thought I saw it earlier about the resolution for the vaping. Was it removed?
The Tobacco 21, I believe, is going to be brought to our November 4th work
Okay.
session for discussion.
Okay. Got it. I thought I saw it on here one time and then, but maybe I read it somewhere else. Okay.
Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right. Recognition of visitors in open forum. No one has signed up. We have the Waseca County News here, so thank you. And then new business. All right. We kind of switch some things around a little bit here tonight. Do we have a motion to approve Danny Gertz and Aaron Heitkamp as the student representatives for the JWP Board of Education?
So moved.
That is Laura. I'll second it. And is there any further discussion on it? Aaron, you have anything to say?
Just about me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm Erin. I'm a junior, for those who don't know. I take part in well, I'm part of the Miss Janesville, and then I'm on the student council, and then I am in track. And I wanted to be on this just to be able to voice my opinion and have a say for other students.
Okay.
So, and I should also let you know Danielle is gone to a volleyball match tonight, and same with Maddie as well. So we're going to have three, if you approve this, 3 student representatives. And if they're all here, great. And hopefully we can get at least one of them.
I will say, just as Laura said at the study session, I did not have any part of this. This was between Kurt's decision and Laura. But I will say it is certainly an honor to have my daughter on the JWP Board of Education. So that being said, some people have not taken it seriously, and I know you will, and Danny will also, some in the past, where this was the only meeting they ever came to. But I know that won't happen with you two. So anyway, with that being said, all those in favor saying aye?
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, congrats, Aaron. Tell Danny the same. Reports and presentations. Aaron, we got you talking right away for the student representative update.
Just to talk about the advisory, how it got moved to the end of the day. It's a mixed emotion right now. A lot of people don't like it, but I hear a lot do. So that's kind of all I had on that. And then student council, we have talked about a few new ideas, and one includes a snowball dance, and then a mock crash before prom to raise awareness for like drinking and stuff. And then also pins for student council, and then also MHS, some kind of recognition for graduation.
Sorry, what's advisory?
It's like I think it's 35 minutes maybe, maybe a little longer. It's just a time at the end of the day we have. Most use it to get homework done. Others some fool around I've seen, so,
So like a study hall or something like that?
Yeah.
It was
Some-
with their advisors during the.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
supposed to, it was originally, I think, correct, was to help them with their learner profiles that they're supposed to be developing for personalized learning.
Not having kids in high school, I was curious.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was in between blocks 1 and 2, or the first and second block, I
Yeah.
believe, last year. And so this year it's the end of the day, so.
So the pros and cons that you've heard from kids, what have some of the things been?
well, a lot just don't like it at the end of the day because when it was between those first 2 hours, kids will use it to go with teachers, like study before a test or use it for homework and classes that are due that day. But now at the end of the day, it's kind of more of a work ahead for your homework instead of really go get help for the day of.
They just wish they could just go home, I suppose.
Yeah.
Instead of staying here.
I will say as a parent, it's nice to have it at the end of the day when you have to schedule appointments. You know
That
that
is
you're not
true.
missing actual class time, but.
Oh, so this is like from 3:10 to 3:40?
No.
Or no?
No, it's like
2:45-ish
Yeah.
to
Oh,
3:10
end of
to
the
the
day,
end of the day.
okay.
And I've heard some kids like it because when they had to get out early for cross-country or whatever, you're not missing that class time then too, getting out of school for those activities. So,
Mhm.
Great. Anything
Thank you.
else? That's it? Yeah, just giving you a hard time. All right, thank you. Any committee reports? I don't think anybody has met. We do have a Building and Grounds Committee after this board meeting. Who's on the Building and Grounds? 2? And that, Tim? Okay. And the last board meeting, we were supposed to have a Finance Committee, but there was nothing to speak about, so that was canceled. Other than that, anybody else meet that I'm not aware of? Okay. All right. Moving on to Superintendent Report. Kurt?
Got a couple quick things to make sure that we're all aware of. First one, Alice is our active intruder procedure drills that staff are currently watching a video and passing a quiz online that's due by November 4th, which is when all staff, including teachers, paras, we got some bus drivers coming in, food service, everyone is going to go through about an hour and a half training. And so that's occurring, and OJ will go to training next week for 2 days.
who was that, OJ and who?
Just OJ is going to training.
Oh, okay, I thought you said somebody else, sorry.
I've heard a lot of good comments that they're moving from what we had in the past to this, to Alice. It seems to be a little more proactive.
Yep. Any other comments or questions on that one? Second one, Katie is the board rep that I asked for our calendar committee, and so our staff was given 2 calendars to choose from for next school year, the 2020, 2021, and then 2 calendars to choose from the 2021 to 2022 school year. That closes tomorrow, and then the calendar committee, which is comprised of all bargaining units as well as some community members and a school board member, will meet on Wednesday to make our final recommendation to the board, and so you will see that in the November board meetings agenda. FYI, we still are short some staff members, so we currently have 5 open positions, most of those being a paraprofessional, whether it's ECSE or high school or media center aide or student success coordinator. So we're still trying to find our avenues to get the word out, and hearing from other school districts, we're not alone in that as well. Talking to other superintendents. November 4th board work session. Again, if you want other topics on the work session, just let me know. But some of the ones that we've discussed already is to finalize my superintendent evaluation, review some policies, and then get into the North Star report data, the world's best workforce, our strategic plan, and some of that information. I've got 2 left. Superintendent goal area. At our work session Laura and the rest of you had just sort of asked to think about a superintendent goal around student engagement. So again, Aaron and I are going to tag team this a little because it was good. It pushed me a little bit, and I think, you know, whether it's me or whether it's our staff, it's important to have goals set out from the beginning and to have a mid-year progress report at the end. So I appreciate you pushing me a little bit on that and challenging me. So I took that challenge, and I wasn't sure where to go, so I thought the best thing to do is always ask the students then in this case. So I sat down with Aaron and Maddie and Danielle, and I said, here's what they're looking for, so what are we thinking? So they immediately came to a couple of things that they would like just some input on as terms of a board. And like I explained to them, there's a student council for a high school, and our elementary has a student council as well. So those are the day-to-day operations. So as a bigger policy perspective is what we're looking for. How do we evaluate what we're currently doing? So they had some policies that they would like to look at and sort of give some input on and then bring back to the board. And so one policy was our student dress code, and then the other policy was our student attendance. And then the third area that they would just like to look into and see what we're doing is just student leadership and respectful environment within our school building. Do you have anything to add to those?
No.
So we are meeting every other week, and we had our first meeting last week, and our next meeting, actually, we had one just put in there, so we're actually meeting again tomorrow to talk about these areas. So questions on that? I'm excited to work with them.
Yeah.
And last one, I tried to highlight our staff and all the good things that we're doing around here. There's two just different areas that I'd like to highlight. Our food service department, as you know, we work with Taher, and they just do such a phenomenal job working with our students and basically serving them, and not just serving them food, but just meeting their needs. So I'd like to just highlight them, and as well as our principals. You know, Grant and Jeremy have gone above and beyond this year and are a great representation of our staff who go above and beyond too. But those two just have done a great job leading their staffs this school year, and just want to make sure to highlight them. That's all I got.
It's good stuff. Anybody else have any other questions for Kurt? All right, Ryan is not here. I don't think he had much to speak of, but he told me about the information down below if we have questions on it, or Kurt, maybe you can also speak on it. But enrollment update, anything there?
No.
Okay. It is what it is. It's all looking good. All right. All right, item number 8. Let's approve. I need a motion to approve under a consent agenda. As always, you're able to pull anything out of the consent agenda. So do we have a motion
So moved.
to move for a consent agenda, Laura?
Yep.
Okay, that's Laura. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
That is Kendra. Is there any discussion?
I just had one question on the finances, and I sent an email to Matt. It was for the $99,745 to Haldeman Home Incorporated. I had just asked if it was for the boys' locker room remodel,
Mhm.
and he believes so, but he was gonna get back to me tomorrow, so. I didn't know if
Okay.
anybody else had that question, so just thought I'd let you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any
Just-
other?
Yeah,
Yes.
just, Kurt, can you, and I think I ask this every time, but the annual assurance of compliance report, what is that again? I think I ask this every time, and I just, for whatever reason, can't remember it.
So the state mandates some things that school districts do, and sometimes you have to submit, like we have to submit world's best workforce. We actually have to submit something to the state. There's some things that they just mandate and basically want, then have districts check off this isn't a policy, you have a harassment policy and you've updated it, and there's just different things within that meet state and federal regulations. That's basically assuring that we comply with all of those.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion or questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, what do we got here?
One policy to approve.
Yep, old business, we need to, this is a resolution vote, right? When it comes to policy? Yeah. All right, do we have a motion to approve the policies with substantial changes down below for criteria for independent educational evaluation? Do we have a motion?
So moved.
That is Tim Elke. Do we have a second?
One second.
That is Laura. Is there any discussion? All right. Roll call?
Roll call, Elke,
Yes.
Size,
Yes.
Burke,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Heitkamp,
Yes.
Cahill.
Yes.
All right, motion passes 7-0. All right, new business. This is the first reading of the policies with substantial changes. We've been able to click on them. Hopefully you have, or you will, before we vote on it. Or certainly to ask Kurt if you have any questions in regards to those policies. All right. Then item number B is approve the Minnesota State High School League Form A resolution. All right. It's kind of something we always do every year. All right, do we have a motion?
So moved.
That is Laura. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
That is Kendra. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item number C, approve the Minnesota State High School disillusions and application for cooperative sponsorships. Do we have a motion on that?
So moved.
That is Laura. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
That's Tim Burke. Just some discussion, talking to Ryan. He was going to come here, and I said there's no reason to come for a 2-minute discussion. The reason why we are disillusioning, then applying again, is because in hockey, it used to be Waseca, JWP, WEM, and now it has included Nureg. So you have to get rid of the old cooperative to start the new cooperative that includes Nureg. And that was the same thing with girls gymnastics also. Okay?
How many students are involved in this?
There was something on the list. There was
Yeah,
like
there was a-
two for the gymnastics.
Yeah.
I think one seventh, one eighth grader. And then there was, I think, 0 for girls hockey and 2 for boys hockey.
Probably.
Yeah,
Something like
sounds
that?
right, yep.
Yeah. The one question I have is, were we in a cooperative with girls gymnastics with them before? Because there's no disillusion for that.
No, I don't believe we were.
Okay.
Yep, I don't believe we were. We have the cooperative through Waseca Soccer, of course.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
and again, the reason we do these cooperatives such as this, where it's not an expense for JWP, we don't transport or anything else, but it saves us from open enrolling those students that play hockey or girls gymnastics, that they would have to open enroll to play over there. In years past, long before, well, there was a few of our students at JWP that actually had to do that, where they'd have to, before 9th grade, open enroll in Waseca to play hockey and that. So it certainly saves us some money, funding-wise and everything else, and I think it works out well. So,
Wasn't there talk about swimming too? Or it's made for the week?
Yes, but swimming is a fall sport, so we'll probably, if
Next year.
something does work out, we'll bring that at the end of this year in the summer.
So yeah, Tim, it looks like we have 1 in girls, 1 in boys hockey, and 4 in gymnastics.
Do they change the name similar to Grizzlies, or is that
No.
just state?
because again,
Jeez.
it stays the same because we don't have any expense or cost into it, so I can understand. Maybe at some point, Waseca may want to do Waseca area. I know there's been discussion where they say Waseca area hockey, but that's really not our call. And that, And I think it starts with the association, the hockey association, the youth level, and once they start changing their name, then possibly. But at this point,
Do we know-
go ahead.
No, keep
No?
going. I was just wondering, do we know, is there, I don't know if they have a boys gymnastics team, but if any boys wanted to join, can they join the girls' team? Do we know?
Nope. They,
There's
boys
a
cannot,
Minnesota State High School League guy.
boys cannot play in any girls' activities. Girls can play in boys' activities. But yeah, nope. That's why there was a big protest, or not protest, a big thing going through the State High School League last year about volleyball, men's volleyball, boys' volleyball. And there's some bigger schools up in the cities now that are, they're clubs, and the State High School League's looking at trying to get a sport, but that would be a spring sport then,
Yep.
too.
Yep, I've
So it
seen
doesn't
that.
compete with the girls because of referees and gym time and stuff, so.
Okay. Any other questions? And again, this is different than the Grizzlies and cross-country and wrestling because we incorporate those expenses as sharing them half and half with what the WEM school district. So that's why that's a cooperative, and that what we have with Grizzlies is not. So, any other questions? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, upcoming meetings, as you can see, November 4th, study session, followed by World's Best Workforce. That usually is about a 35 to 40-minute meeting, it seems like. November 18th, there are regular board meeting, December 2nd, study session. And then we also have the Truth and Taxation meeting at 6:30, followed after that. And then again, the regular board meeting, and gosh, we're already talking about January. We'll just skip over that one because that sounds cold. All right, we are going to adjourn at what time here? 6:51.
5:51.
Oh, excuse me, 5:51. Better look at that a little bit closer. So we're adjourning at 5:51, and thank you very much. Everyone have a good day.